Jeanette here, and I just wanted to say thank you. Big, wholehearted, beyond most grateful thank you. Thank you so much for your support and encouragement. I'm just thrilled to be a part of this community and excited to invite you on this journey of making stuff with me. And one of the things I'm most excited about with it is just to see if it will help me to make stuff. to make more progress on my projects. I'm at a time and space I can't just blame it on my working hours and other stresses. There, of course, no matter where we are, we're going to have stresses in our lives, but I feel like I have a little bit of a window of space and time, and I really, really want to work on some projects. So I'm inviting you to join me in this journey of making stuff with me. So here we go. So as I was getting ready to make my second video, I was going to dive into my 10x8 album. I needed some of that really strong tape to do that inside pocket. I had to order it, waited for it. In the meantime, I got hit with the fall reset, or the KonMari light, or just anxiety cleaning. I'm not sure what it is, but I have been reorganizing things and cleaning things out is in the space between the holidays to get ready for Thanksgiving, get ready for Christmas and everything. And so as part of that, I pulled off all of my albums, a bunch of my albums. I think this is all of them. I tried to gather them. They're at some stage of completion in them. And I thought it might be fun to just capture my desk of what it is right now. So I know that's crazy, but I just thought it would be kind of fun to say, hey, this is what I'm doing. So I'm thinking that could be actually a fun thing for me to do, is to be just sharing what I'm making. And where I make stuff is here at this table. So I might set a goal to share a video every week, or at least do this not so live version of what's on my desk right now. We'll see how this rolls and plans out, I'll roll with it and see how it pans out. I often start projects and then it's like 2 or 3 times and I'm done. So not promising anything, but if I do it, I think this might be kind of fun for me to kind of just talk about what I have going on, and share with you some of the projects and things that I'm working on, answer any questions, and just give a little pep talk to myself, and to you maybe. So let's jump in. On this video, I want to kind of share a little bit about December Daily. Let's talk about making our own kind of magic, making it your way, right? There's a wonderful podcast, Simple Scrapper. She's got an amazing community that she's built up. Highly recommend it. Check it out. But it's just something that's on my heart because I like to try a lot of things, right? And so, I welcome it all. I just love it all. I think anytime you're doing memory keeping, whatever format, whether it's photo, journaling, video, whatever sparks joy and, makes your heart full of joy, that's what you want to be doing. So, and part of mine is just the creative outlet of capturing those moments, living with gratitude, looking for goodness in my life. That's one of my major motivators. So, finishing them is not always the big motivator. I had to get peace with that. It was a struggle, but I'm at the point where I just want to enjoy the journey. And I also want to have some, more finished projects if I can, just because they're fun to make and they're wonderful to look back on. And it's such a joy and an honor to be doing this. So before I clean off the desk and get back to actually making stuff, I just kind of wanted to share the status of things here and share with you like my journey of December Daily. It actually started with this one. So I'm pretty sure it's this one. So this is the 2010, and I followed along with Allie. Very much just followed Allie's design template and used things that I had. I used her, I know it's falling apart and looks tragic in some places. That's sometimes what happens with these handmade ones. And that's okay. So my title page came unglued. Basically, this is the title page. So you can see I have 1 through 25-ish in here. My daughter was not even 1 yet here. and it was amazing. So, yeah, it was, things are kind of falling apart. Yeah, I need to go back through and kind of clean up some of these and see where the status of things are. I can't wait to share more of these with you. I think it'll be really, really fun to kind of go through and just do a walkthrough of where I'm at with these, and maybe talk about them, some different tips and things I've learned, and just also document it for myself and say, okay, what are the things that I want to do to finish that one up, or to call it good. I've done that before. You just wrap it up and that's enough. And then just talk about a few other treasures in here, and that's the photos. So, and the words. Oh my goodness, I can't even tell you. I'm so grateful for these. Like, just, yeah, letters to my daughter. So seeing the lights in her eyes, just, yeah, I used a lot of the templates. So this is a 6x8 album that I made, and I just can't even get over how glorious. I can't wait to go with these in more detail. I just can't believe how glorious the white is on this photo. And that will be something that will be a theme as I go through things. I haven't always had the best luck with my photos. They have, yes, indeed, turned yellow. Some of them very yellow. These are particularly from Persnickety Prints, and I will put a link in the comments because I can't even tell you how big of a fan I am of them. And they have lasted. You can see even where the papers have had some issues. The photos so far over 10 years old, and they are doing great. So that's my very, very first one. You can see that's kind of like the mixed paper ring book. Again, following Allie. Oh, in the second year. So do a quick, not quick. This isn't going to be quick. This is my channel. I can do what I want, right? So this is another, this is a 5x7. So I decided to downsize a little bit for 2011, and I can't even tell you how much fun I have with this one. And I just did the big rings. Allie had a paper that had these circles on it, and I don't know, I think she had just used matte medium or something and collaged it onto the chipboard the year before for her 2010 possibly. And so I just recreated that, and this is just paint with a toilet paper roll or paper towel roll, I don't know what it is, and I just took this kind of cream color and painted it, or just stamped it onto the white chipboard that I cut. And I just love how this one turned out. I covered it with a good sealant, and that was really good that I did that. The gold year stickers came later, and that's fun, is how things evolve to, the products and stuff. So this one, can't even tell you how. I see envelopes. I love envelopes. And our Christmas card that year. Let's see if I can get this out. I can't tell what company this was. Let's see if it shows it on the back here. Yeah, it was Paper Coterie. It's just the cutest little die cut little envelope here. That's us. That was us way back when. My goodness. She's so tall now. She's almost as tall as me. So I feel like it's a good time to kind of be looking back, wrapping up some of these instead of saying, oh, I'm going to get to them eventually. Just start doing it. So what I'm a little worried about is if I dive too much into the past projects right now, that I'm not going to be able to focus on this year's. So that's why I'm just kind of, oh my gosh. See, I touched on this one, you guys. Gosh, I can't wait to do these full walkthroughs of these. But this is that handprint I was telling about in the first video. This is that same red envelope. I told you I did the magnet thing. Boop. It's so cute, so cool. It's like, boop. Did some embossing on that. It's just so fun. And this was Banana Fish Studio, wasn't it? Yes. Love you, Banana Fish Studio. You're amazing. So yeah, this is about us. I would like to do a little about us somewhere. So where we were, our ages, things like that. And her hand, look at that, just for reference. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I think her hand is as big as mine now. So getting there. So this one I did, I just cut papers, and then again, I used some of those templates. I think I resized them down, and did the same, 2-page and then a transparency in the middle, and on most of them, I think that's what I did. But yeah, just so fun. So fun. So this one I actually did a lot in. And how I did that is I think I took a few days after the holidays. I had a few days off, and I went to the scrapbook store because we had archivers there in Austin at the time, and I just like went to town in there and worked on it. And it was amazing. So yeah, I love it. That's one of my favorites. 2012, I was very, very busy and with work, and he was in a very demanding postgraduate program. So until I did a lot of driving. I did home health at the time. So I made these prompts, and I didn't finish them. I didn't finish all of them, but I did some of them. And I've got I can't really see it on this, but I'll show it sometime. These are yellowing, and these were printed on my home printer. And so I've got some yellowing there, but I've got something. And for that busy of a time in my life, like, have some grace and love to ourselves and just say, yeah, we did something. It's great. And then I do have, I could go into more, but I set that one up that year. This was a 6x8, I think, from Studio Calico. And this was 2012. And so my idea of this one was that this one's going to live, it would live in there with it, or in a page protector with it. This is just a moleskin journal. And I stamped on the cover and stitched on the star. And then this was the 2012. So this one, I used Liz Tamanaha Paisley Press. I used some of her supplies. And then, see, confetti pockets are still a thing. And unstitched. Don't turn this upside down in it. So this is the thing. I need to finish things. So it's all good. But yeah, this is, some of them have gotten some curling on there. But yeah, and some of it is just printed on papers at home. I didn't get them through persnickety, and there, you can't see it on this probably well, but I have the exposure set pretty high. But yeah, if I do a video on that, I'll show you and try to get it as real time as I can. But this one was just going to be 12 things, like a 12 bucket list. That's what it was going to be, a 12 bucket list items. So, because we're going to be traveling and I wanted to keep it simple. The fact that I have anything is brilliant. So I will be, utilizing where I'm at with those, and then seeing what I need to fill in, looking at my photos, and then, just going with it. So again, show ourselves love, right? So that was 2012. And I think that's that one, 2013. Glorious 25. I did do some things. This is when we did Believe Day. Oh my gosh, this was so cool. Pajama party, candy cane pajama party. Oh, it was amazing. So this is our first time we did Believe Day, and I was part of the Ella's Studio design team at the time, and so I had their supplies, and this was they sent us some of the supplies, so this was my layout I did with it, and I still love the supplies that they sent. Oh, just so great. And it was just fun documenting this, going out this adventure. We wrote letters to Santa, went and got spaghetti, like it was so fun. Oh my gosh. So yeah, we started doing that years after that too, and that one's got some yellow on it too. This one was printed at home probably. Yeah, they get that way. But this one was a pretty simple setup. I used the same numbers from the kit that year. I did buy the December Daily kit for that year, and they had these cute little gold numbers. They were just adorable. So yeah, going out and getting donuts. This one, love Liz's digital kits. You guys, just so good. She's amazing. And I just always love the gold foiling. I always love the big photo, the transparency or pocket page, some kind of insert. And then, you could move on. This could be day 2, or it could be still telling more of the story. If you take a lot of photos or have a lot of events for a day or something, or a lot for that story. It just depends on how you like to tell your stories. Oh my goodness. So there's 2013. And I don't know if I have time to go through all of these. in one video. But here's 2014. I'll just kind of touch on them. These are pretty much foundation pages, and that's it. It was a really busy year. But, oh, I have a little bit of goodness here. The nice thing about foundation pages, you can take some of the big pages, like the full-size ones, and just put some of the memorabilia, some of the ephemera and stuff like that. Just have a place for it. I haven't always done that. Sometimes I've just stored it in other Ziploc bags or things like that. And it's just nice when you go look back and you find it, and there it is. And oh, I didn't know I had those numbers for that long. So these were Teresa Collins numbers. I'm using that same numbers this year. I think I'd gotten them at Archivers or somewhere. And I had a big pack of them, and so I still have them. And I like to use them. They're so fun. If I can find links for that, I'll share. If they probably don't make those anymore. But this was a fun title page. Just the big chipboard letters, the gold foil. Just love how that is turned out. That was 2014. Oh, in 2014, guess what I also did? Ta-da! A photo book. So this is Artifact Uprising. So again, now you've seen, like, I've done the handmade one, out of the album, in the album, journals, and then now here is a photo book. So it's the first example of a photo book, I think. Yeah. And this was using the digital supplies that year. Allie had released them, and I used the Collect app on my phone. I was a whole nother story with the Collect app. I loved it, loved it, loved it. Like, it was a game changer for me at the time. And unfortunately, with the different updates and stuff like that, it just hasn't continued to work, sadly, for me. But if it's working for you, wonderful. I can't tell you enough. Back up. Make sure you back everything up, especially changing phones and different things like that. Back up on that. But it was such a great app for me. I was very busy at the time, and so, like, anything I could do, again, it would work for me now, and I'm not having that kind of stress. But yeah, I could just add the photo and add the words, and it also had the date as you would print it out. And so what I did on this one, I think I might have, yeah, I just exported them, and then I added them into the Artifact Uprising software and just made a 5x5 photo book. And this has actually turned out like it's held up pretty well. So I made a little trio of these little mini photo books. You can see 2014, 15, and 16. And so 15, again, I think I did the Collect app again. Yeah, so this one I used the Collect app. And this is such a great way, something simple to document, like the actual December daily. Because what I find with the crafty one, I love it. But I don't necessarily always want to do just, okay, here's today. Because we end up doing a lot of the, I don't know. It's just an interesting thing. When I look back on it, it doesn't matter, really. It's just cool that I did something. So you could do a story. It could be any time-based, chronological. But there's something really cool about the fact that it is chronological. So yeah, I definitely had a bah humbug day that day. So those supplies are fun to... Oh yeah, right. Oh, the irony of December. Feeling stressed and overwhelmed right now with work. So bah humbug. So you're telling the story of what's real right now, right? Because the picture is greetings from Jollyville. So bah humbug there. Yeah, it's awesome. To just document in your life. It's so cool. So many different ways. Oh, Star Wars photos. First year she went to see Star Wars. And then, let's see. So 2014, you saw that, and the other one, 15. We saw that one. Let's see. Where was my 15? So I did set myself up for 2015. Let's see. Where's that one? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. So here's Hello 2015. And again, this one is more foundation page-ish. So I did this one. I was on Allie's design team in 2015. And then I just couldn't keep it up with the time commitments with work. Oh, I did close the confetti pocket. Hey. So sequins are making a comeback, aren't they? And this one was when I got the fuse tool. And so I used the fuse tool on this little guys. So this was a digital template that I did hybrid with. So I stamped the good cheer and did the glitter embossing on it. Added some little glitter washi tape with the photos. Yeah, such a fun way to introduce the month. And then even if it's just embellishments on here, it's so fun because then you see that's an intro to some of the other embellishments that you'll see throughout the album here. So again, definitely in progress. The thing of that, oh, Starbucks bags. If you can get your hands on them, definitely. I love collecting them. Oh, and that's a brad. I did a little brad there, a star brad. That's cool. And then let's see what's in here. It's always fun to see what little letters. Funny story, when I was a little kid, I used to keep the Christmas cards that my grandma would send me with $5 in them. And so at some point I had quite a bit of money in there in my journals. Oh, we did our letters, see? Up, and there's mine. Just to be together. But if I would really like some cranberry lotion and fuzzy socks and some red wine. So that's so funny. And then here's this one. I'm telling you guys, just do something. This was just stamped and then cardstock and then a washi tape at the bottom and then a place for people to write stuff. Fun, fun, fun. Yeah, so this one is, oh, this was a quote that Allie had on her blog. That was cool. And it's printed on vellum. Again, no shame in following Allie's plans and how she does things too. Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, I did a cheer, like a cheer page where it was like, what's in your cheer bucket to like help cheer you up. Like what's going to help cheer you up when you're stressed out? It was like, keep calm and cheer on. Make something, have a cup of cheer, comfort movie night, listen to December playlist, holiday joy in the diffuser. Oh yeah, that's the scent in the diffuser. Oh, my favorite cranberry body lotion. Fuzzy socks and blankets, read something inspiring, and journal. So, and probably get out and move some would be probably helpful. Cute little, oh, that's a gift card. And so now I'm wondering, I'm going to have to put that in and see if I have it. Just kidding, I better cut that out. Even keeping your old gift cards. Oh, I got my first red cup of the season. That's really fun. So bringing on the cup of cheer. So that's what I did. So I did a cup of cheer and then the theme of like, what is in your cheer cup? Isn't that what I was doing? Yeah, what's going to fill you up? So, spread the cheer. Oh, look, there's a card. The best way to spread Christmas cheer, sing aloud for all to hear. I'm going with that theme this year, so I might have to steal that card. Just kidding. Let's see if I can recreate it or something. That's really cute. Or I'm going to maybe stamp that in this year's album. Oh, Instax photos. Always love Instax photos. And then back here, let's see. Is there anything? Most of this is still just foundation stuff. And waiting for me to get to it. Just patiently waiting. They're just hanging out on the shelf, which is whole other thing that I'm working on right now. Can't even tell you guys. So I had moved everything to into bins that had lids on them so I wouldn't get dust on these. And then I was like, no, I want them on my shelf because they're so pretty. And it's just so fun seeing them. And then I'm like, nope, they got to go back in the dust-free bin. Or maybe not. Just need to get them out sometimes. Okay, so this is set up a little big grid thing here. That's cool. Just big, thick washi tape. Probably followed from Allie, I would guess. I don't know. At this point, I can't remember. Oh, this was the cheer wall. Yes. So with the supplies from that year, I made this giant cheer wall. And I did like the advent calendar, which is so fun because the Allie did this year. It was a similar, she punched out the thing. And I'm going to be making that too. That's on my list of things I want to do. So this was like going to see the different things. Go for snuggle time, share joy, Christmas movie night and popcorn, pixie time, deck the halls, let's go see the lights. It's just fun. And then I was taking Instax photos and putting them on there. So this is the story of that. That's cool. And I just used the envelope from the story kits and punched holes in it and did some staples so it would stay in that range. And then, yeah, I put it here at the back of the album. So that was 2015. So again, I have the album, but I also like having the other one that will help me, you know, eventually when I get to finishing them up. Then, let's see, 16. Okay, 16 I did, we moved, so we were in Arizona at the time. And this is the first year I did the December Goodness, and I did some prompts. So it was really great, really, really great way to just focus in on it. And here I did the import from Instagram thing, so it cuts off some of the journaling. But you know what? At that point, I just didn't even care. I was just happy to have something. So this one is great. This was, I made my own digital templates here, and then filled in the prompts, and then I saved it as like a JPEG and added it in there, I think. Oh no, that's because I did them on Instagram. So because it was on Instagram, I was able to import it straight from there. That's what I did. And this is again, Artifact Uprising, a little 5x5 photo book. And it's just great because I've got the story. So if this is all I have from December Daily someday, it's a lot easier for my kiddo to transport. I feel like the craftier stuff is for me, and then they're more interested in the photos and the words, honestly. So, and then that was it. It was definitely a fun year. Pete's dragon, the dragon started coming into our lives. That was really fun. Let's see, 16, where are you? This one? I think this was 16. Oh, yeah. So this one is 16. This was the 6x8 album that Allie had that year. And let's see where I'm at with it. Oh, this one is, I did get some of the photos printed. So I had the foundation pages and the photos. I got some of the photos done because I also made a big photo book that year too, just kind of playing around with it. I loved this design. It was so great. It also makes for a thick album. Just a 6x8, something in the middle, and then a 6x8 generally was the theme. So mainly 6x8s or a full page pattern paper, say, like that with the number, like a journaling card and washi tape. Pretty simple. I went with a lot of simple. It was the theme that year. Ooh, crafted by hand and heart. Again, if we can get I like to try to get the Starbucks bag just because it's fun to see the designs change over the years. Again, the red cup. Oh, getting the lights out. Let your heart be light. Life can be a mess with the tangling of the lights, but you know, it's all good. Let your heart be light. Love that theme. And this one, I don't think I did this one chronological. I think this one is going to be more story-based, roughly chronological, but not like this is what we did each day. And that's when I started, and I used the December stories thing. At the time, it wasn't really, not a whole lot of people were doing it that way. We were all very much like December 1, this is what we did. Because we were very into Project Life and stuff like that. So this was the first year I did the December stories, and I made a fold out, a little flip up here, printed off this, and then I've got the fold out with me. Yeah, so this is something I can go back and finish up telling the different stories. So again, it doesn't matter. Make your own kind of magic. Make it your project. And it's not anyone else's, it's yours. So, okay, so I think we were on 17. Oh, 16, that's right. Here's the other thing with 16. So this is not just a box. It inside dun, 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 is a photo book. And I don't think I've even shared this anywhere. See if I can figure out MPix. So it's from a company called MPix, and it is awesome. This thing is heavy, it's hefty, it's absolutely beautiful. Linen cover. This is the 10x10, and can't even tell you how much I love this. Big photos, and words, and chronological. So this is where I was like, oh, okay, so the crafty one is for me. Then I've got the little one, and then I wanted the big one just to play around to see if it could work. And because I'd done those others, I had the content to bring together the photo book. What I love about this photo book is that it is on photo paper. It's matte, a matte finish. I think that's what it, or it's luster. I can't remember which one. But they're really thick pages. So it's not just printed on cardstock, which is not something that I'm the biggest fan of with photo books. You can see the 5x5 ones, they were fine, nothing wrong with it. But for me, I wanted to, that's when we had moved and I started finding a lot of yellowing in my papers. So I was just testing it out and seeing how it would age. And let's see, let me turn down this a little bit. So I wanted to just see how these would work. Could I do it? What would it look like? And I just can't even tell you. I look back at this one a lot. It is seriously my favorite. I love it. I love it. And I don't know why I don't do more of this. I get caught up in the crafty stuff, I think. But I sat down and I just did it. And it was amazing. You know, having a 40% off coupon deadline can help with the motivation sometimes. But here's the thing. It's only up to like day 10 or 11 because I wanted a place to capture more of my photos. Does that make sense? Sometimes in our other albums, there's like all the fun crafty stuff that I like. But I just really wanted it photos and words. And so I used iPhone photos plus big camera photos. And they have different, these are all collages and layouts in their in their software. So just use them, and what's so cool about it is I could just type in the words myself with their software. I don't know if it's still the same. I really need to explore that. Again, I could get caught up in this, but it's kind of cool though that I'm doing this because it will help me for this year. Like maybe I want to do this again this year. Like, you know, and these aren't cheap, so the 40% off works. But I can't even tell you. I mean, I spent so much on craft supplies this year for it that to have a finished album, photos and words and stories in hand. And of course, like I could tell short little words as the stories, but I could have a whole page of big words there as well, which I might do, say, when I finish this up. This only goes to day 11, and I have like the whole 100-page book here. Okay. That's a treasure to me. I love this one. It's so good. Let's see. So that was 2016. 2017, we did traveling. I was going to say, I was thinking these were more adventure series, but they kind of work because I had the December 2017 on there. So it's just, again, another Artifact Uprising photo book. I'm not sure if they still have this series. But it's just when you have a lot of photos and you just want to essentially do a photo book, like don't discount the awesomeness of that option too, especially if you struggle with getting them into your other like craftier album and you feel like you want a place for them. So we were traveling and I just got those photos. I had the words on the inside. I used, and I just wrote the story of our adventure there. So the story is there. I don't have words on every page, but the story's there. Like who we are, when it happened, where we were. So 2017. Oh, the green. I loved the green one so much. And again, I think this one ended up being a lot more foundation pages. I didn't. Pretty busy that year. I'll just say. So the fact that I have foundation pages, amazing, because it will make the job a lot easier to go back and fill this in. I could do it chronological or just telling stories. Oh, that's so cute. That's probably something from Cookie. Huh, that's fun. So yeah, again, little things. Typing on tags. Not sure what that is. What the heck is that? Oh, it's washi tape all rolled up. So the washi tape probably rolled off. This was using the typewriter. This first year I had the typewriters. Hello, December 3306. That's so funny. So yeah, definitely needed to get used to the typewriter here. But December 2016. I love it. It's all good. So that's where that one's at. See, that's why I say I've got some in progress. Embrace where you are. 2018, I thought, oh, I'm going to go downsize because that will help me I was very busy again at the time, and it worked a little bit. Yeah, this one is going to be more of like the chronological. Like this day I did this day I did that. 2018. Little flip ups. So I have some in there. I struggled. I still was printing some at home, and I just struggled with just getting the photos in my hands, you know. I think if I did that, had a better system for that, it would help. But it was so pretty. See, they're dusty, so I'm like coughing. I dusted them all out. I don't think I dusted these out. Yeah, I kind of went over to the air purifier and shook a bunch of these out and had my duster out. So here's the 2018 album, the 6x8 one. This one would be more stories, and I just wanted a place for bigger photos and, you know, playing with more supplies. Let's just be honest, right? And then, so I have most of my foundation pages ready to go. I just need to spend some time and mental space and get them printed. Yeah, again, there's another Starbucks bag. And I had extra ones. So what I did is I would ask for an extra one. Oh, can I have an extra bag? Do you have an extra one that I have? Because I don't really like to have the idea of having the crumbs and food in it. Gets greasy unless you get one that doesn't have any of that in it. And if you have a nice barista, they might share one with you. So that was nice that I got one. So thank you, my kind baristas. Okay, I think it's in 2019. Dun, 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 dun. Again, I tried the 3x8 December daily. I think in the kit that year, this one was going to be like every day. So that's what my plan was, just to use that that little card. So there was a little, like a paper pad in the kit that year, and I just stamped the date, and then I wrote a little story. So that's really fun. And that's as far as I got. So it's all prepped. I just need to go back and get my pictures printed, and then, you know, write up the story as much as I can. And then that'll be good. So I could always add something more to it if I wanted. And then, let's see. Okay, so here's the 2019. This one, I decided I did the 3x8 for the daily with that little 3x4 card notepad. And then this one, if you open it up, it's 12 stories of this December season. So on this one, I wanted to focus on what is like our magic list, what's on our list. 2019 magic is something we make, and focusing more on the stories. So this was just going to be picking out 12 stories, not worrying about 25, but just 12 stories. And I have a little fold out here to enter kind of a table of contents / introduction. And now that we're doing table of contents, it's kind of cool that I've got space for that. So that's what I was probably going to do, like a family photo here. But, ooh, and this one was from the Magnolia magazine. Look around, you already live in the magic you're searching for. Oh, so cool. Just cut it out and I glued it in there. So that's kind of like a little hidden little mini booklet right in there. And you can see I still love the washi tape here. Yeah, so that's fun. Fun to see what I did. I love looking back and being like, hey, I set myself up for success, because eventually I'm going to get to these. But, and this is a place, again, this is where I was slipping in a lot of that ephemera, different things like that, to just so that I have it when we get to it. In-N-Out Burgers, I think we had that for Christmas Eve. Oh, yeah, that's right. I got the Advent calendar that year. I think that might have been one of the first years she did the Advent calendar. And so I did 12 of those. And I made little pockets and used them. These were my numbers that year. I think that's what I did. I might have used some additional ones. Nope, that's mainly it. So yeah, I used the... this is so fun. I haven't even looked through these. So it's like remembering what did I do those years. So yeah, I used the Advent calendar, the sticker Advent calendar. I think I had it hanging up, and then I used it in the album. So super fun. Oh, a special little note there from Cookie the Elf. Oh, Big year for us that year. So that's why they say magic is something you make. I thank you, Allie and Elise. You guys were the ones that I first heard that from, and I love it. It's just such a big part of my life, and that's what I love about this community is we just learn and share from each other, and it's just awesome. Okay, 2019, I think that was it, and then 2020. This is the year I just wanted to. I loved this album so much that I got 2 of them. And I thought, I'm just going to go crazy here. And so that's what I have here so far. Keep Calm and Be Merry, because I was like, we need a little Christmas, and I wanted to just really go Christmas. And I think I have some years I actually tried doing like a kids album with Maggie, and it sort of worked, but it sort of didn't. We had fun regardless. The other one, as you see, it's empty because this is where my foundation pages are. They're all in this big Ziploc bag. And remember those plastic pages that I was talking about last year where I store things? This year I actually did this. This is what I did. This is just some of them. I think I have the other half. So everything that I had for a certain number and page, I deconstructed it basically, and stored them in these. Like this was going to be story 11. This was going to be story 14. Here's the cards here, and it was great because then I could just add the numbers and the pages and come back to it. So that's what, and I can just put them up, in a basket or a file folder. And what's cool is I can lay them all out and really storyboard them, like just really see kind of at a glance instead of having to flip back and forth so much in the album. But you can also see how that can be dangerous because then they get separated from it. So there's not a right or a wrong, but what I'm doing is I've got a box that's pretty close to me now, and I have one in the back closet too that just some paper storage boxes where I'm storing these. So I've labeled them. I'm gathering things together. That's the KonMari way, right? And then let's see. So that was 2020. I'm not sure if I did any other version of anything that year. It might have been it and the kids' kit. I think we tried doing that. 2021. Let's see. Where's 2020? Oh, is that the year we went 10 by 8? Probably, huh? That was the 10 by 8 year. So, and I have other projects with this December. Like I've got the buildable one, and what I'm wanting to do with this one is we've gone to Disneyland now for a couple of years at Christmas or around Christmas, and I wanted to make basically like photo book, but in just in the scrappy one. So it's not going to be super crafty, I don't think. I think it's going to be more just photos and some craftiness. But this one is, again, it ended up being mostly foundation pages. Got a little bit, but we traveled, and then the next project came, and that came into our big year. We were traveling a bit this year. Thankfully, it was really fun. It was a good year. But as you can see, I didn't get a whole lot of things completed for it. But I've set myself up for success someday. 22. I don't know if I did anything else for that year. I might have. Oh, that's right. The little journals. That's where they are. I've got a different project for some of these in the little 6x8 journals that Allie offered. See, this is, I need to corral it all together. This one is 2022. And it's like I was playing around with maybe switching up the front papers there. I kind of like that one better after I saw Allie did it. I had the little dots on it. Oh, this is the one where I did the 10 by 8 paper pack. You can see it's kind of coming off there. But this is the interview. So these interviews, and I haven't even turned them down yet. But I got them printed, and we did it, and we had a fun night doing that. And I get to look back and say, yay, that was so fun. So that is in there in the front of the album. That's where those live. And then I've got a lot of foundation pages ready to roll for myself in here. But do I have a lot done? No. Traveling and other things really slowed me down. So I did print off Allie's vellum paper there. But just trying to, you know, see where I'm at and then get tackling these. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's right. And we went to Disneyland last Christmas, and we spent Christmas there. So, yeah, so that's what I wanted to do, was have our Disneyland, like basically having a little nod to it in the big album, but then break out and go into a dive deep into a bigger album. Kind of the way I do it with other ones too, where I'll have more than one for a year. Just, you know, just how I do. I have this, so that leads us to 2023, right? Are we here? We're here? This is so fun. Okay. So the other thing I wanted to show was I recently got these Russell plus Hazel folders if you don't like the plastic ones. So if you're more like you want to go with more paper, these are beautiful. I actually ordered them from Target, and it's great because then you can store like different things in there as well. Again, you can just store them like that. So this was my content for product play lesson. And then you could do the same thing with other, you know, collect stories and then have them also just ready to go. So that's an alternative supply if you were interested in that. And those are great because with the 10 by 8, they do fit. You know, you can just kind of slide them in there, or you can, you know, again, have a basket or something, a file folder holder. That's funny sounding. A file folder container. A file folder container handy that you could use to hold things. So, yeah. Do I have that? Oh, yes, I do. I have a basket, and then I also have this, again, I think this one is from Russell and Hazel. So I had started the approach of like, okay, here's the 22 one, here's the 21 one, and just like, okay, where am I at with each year? So my thought is, okay, so it might be about this focus here. Come back in, come to me. Okay, so the idea of this would be, what I'm going to do is just hold by year, and then I can be like, all right, here's where I'm at with it, and then have my checklist, my breakdown page from Get to Workbook, and I'm going to write like, you know, what I need to do, my project list. I might break down, like on the back, I've got the sketch of what I had that year. Oh yeah, that's right. I knew I was forgetting one. I cut down the box last year and did a 6 by 8. What I'm going to do is add those persnickety box photos in there when I get them ordered. So yeah, that's another way to handle tackling past projects. So that's where this video may end up going. It's like, hey, initial walkthrough of my December daily goodness here. And how to, you know, go about storing things, prepping them, storing them for eventually, hopefully finishing them someday. So let's see, this is the 6 by 8 other album that I have. And it's just stored in the box right now with the supplies. So these are the advent calendar envelopes from last year. And then this was the box that they came in, and I took it apart and punched the rings, and then I just added white cardstock. I think these are 6 by 8, and punched holes in them. And then this is going to be a photo and photo and words mainly. And then this is space to add another tag for additional photos or anything like that as well. So I started it out really thin, not doing back-to-back stuff because I just wanted to see how it goes. I might end up adding them back to back if they need to be sturdier. I was just looking at them; they're kind of thin weight paper cardstock, so I might change that up, and we'll see. And then I've just got some supplies there from last year. Okay, so that's a whole nother video, is how to store those, right? So far, basically, that was really fun to go through. Part of the KonMari way of cleaning is to kind of gather all the things together, right? And this has really helped me to kind of remember what I've done so far, set myself up for success. Yeah, I'm excited to get tackling these. It feels really good to hold these. Like I feel good. And to me, that means, hey, it sparks joy. So if it sparks joy, I'm not letting it go. And we moved several times. I still hang on to these. They mean so much to me. I love it. I hope that you enjoy making your season, make your magic the way that you want to make it. Make your own kind of magic, guys. Just make it. Doesn't have to be finished. Just live the season and make what you can and enjoy it. Yeah, those are my biggest tips. I'm so thrilled that I did something and just excited to get working on these. And again, so the other link that I had a few other questions just to wrap this up here is my currently this is what's on my desk right now kind of video. And I know this one is like a breakout longer one. My eventual goal is to walk through each one of these and have a separate video and plan and tackle an action plan for each one. That's what I want to do because I feel like I need that. So a few questions that I had another question about the index cards. So these are 3 inches by 5 inches or 7.6 centimeters by 12.7 centimeters. And these are 100 count. I love the unruled index cards. This is currently 75 cents, which was great for 100 count. You can get a bigger bulk on Amazon and they end up being about the same unit price. So I was like, I like these. They just feel good. And that's what I've been using. So you can just store them together in the box. The box is from, it's called Dragon, Dragan from IKEA. Great for storing things. They always collect a variety of things. Paper clips, I got these from Target, these gold paper clips. And they're great for holding up. If you get enough of these, I don't think I have it over here, but I have the phone holder from IKEA too, and it's just kind of cool at my desk. I can, as long as I have a nice a bundle of them, I can have that right there. That way I can see them. But I find I like this, I think, the best for me. So if that's helpful for you, yeah, I'm excited to share all this with you. Okay, so my next step is to just wrap this up and clear this all off. Next videos upcoming are probably going to be more current, like the current year, continuing setup, foundation pages. December Daily Prep Day is next week on the 18th, and it's only $5. It's so much fun. I will definitely be joining in and making more foundation pages and working on that, I think, this year. I really got to do that, and then I want to finish that advent calendar. So I've got a lot of cleanup I'm doing around here and just kind of that transitional time. So that's kind of what I'm at. I got my adhesive, so I'm ready to tackle that inside cover, and that'll probably be the next video, is tackling those things. And just so excited to have a space and a way to say, all right, I've got this thing, I'm going to do it. And now, hey, motivation, whatever works, right? So thank you so much again for joining me, and excited that you're here, and excited to see what you guys make. And thank you for joining me on this From Where I Make Stuff Friday. And can't wait to see you in the next video. Thanks so much, and we'll see you soon.